For generations, it's been part of Native American culture and ceremony. Smoke from the pipe. It is the visible breath of the participant and stands for truthful words, actions, and a truthful spirit. It is used sparingly and with respect. But changing times have brought a different kind of smoke to Native Americans. Today, tobacco use is often not part of a sacred ceremony. It is recreational, a violation of our culture and heritage. It brings disease, suffering, and untimely death. We are dedicated to stopping it, returning to the traditions of our ancestors, keeping tobacco sacred, remembering who we are. Tribes in Montana are a big part of this effort. We talk with them, learn from them, and rediscover the Indian culture, then educate all people about tobacco use through talk, the written word, and media.
My name is Richard Littlebear, and I am the president of Chief Dull Knife College. I quit smoking about 32 years ago, and I was up to smoking 2 packs a day, and probably more when I was drinking. But now I've quit for all those years, and yet I'm still feeling the effects of that. And I really wish I hadn't smoked. Originally, the use of tobacco and the use of other things that we used to smoke were just for traditional uses. They were not for use for just smoking indiscriminately. And I think that if we quit smoking, if we did not smoke, it would not only save us money, we could also maintain good health. And that way, we'd also have a better idea and know who we are as Cheyenne people.
My cousin had lung cancer. He would used to come to the house a lot, and my mom would say, "You better quit smoking, it's not good." And he would tell her, "I'm all right, Auntie. I started at a young age and I'm still okay today." And then pretty soon he came and he said, "Auntie, I need to show you something." And he brought the pictures of his lungs. The other side was just black, the other one was okay. And he said, "They're gonna do surgery and get rid of the bad one and I'll be all right. And I'll quit smoking then, Auntie." And they did the surgery, but it already spread to the other one. And when he came back, he said it had already spread to the other one, and there's nothing I can do. He said, "Surgery won't do any good." He said, "Even though I did chemo, it has gone too far." And eventually it got to his esophagus, and when he was still talking, he said, "I pray that all my kids won't smoke after seeing what I'm going through now." And that's mine too. I was telling her, I said, that's my prayer too. Is that
I stopped smoking 2 years ago to live long enough to know and love my great-grandchildren. Don't forget your grandfathers, grandmothers, uncles, and aunties.
The reason I quit smoking was because of my heart problems. I experienced the emergency room and heart surgery, so I went cold turkey from commercial tobacco so that my grandchildren will not feel the pain. We need to protect our health, our culture, our children, and ourselves. The time is now to honor our ancestors' sacrifices.
And what I want to say is tobacco was used in different ways in ceremonies and stuff they do. And we should not use it any other way too, because it destroys our lives. I know the advertisements are very enticing to the younger generation, but so don't use tobacco, the younger generation. Don't even think about it. Chanu peshni, chanu paghe, shi cha umpap shni.
Ne'iasin, ne'isa it watsi, a'aninin, a'aninin. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Clarina Brocky. I'm a Grovant, or a'aninin, white clay from the Fort Belknap Indian Reservation. I'm a traditional Indian woman, and I participate in ceremonies, and at which time I do smoke during maybe our sweats or our Sundance ceremonies or sings. For us, it's a real sacred item for us, tobacco. But sometimes tobacco is misused. I don't believe in smoking all the time because it affects our health in so many different ways. I just think that it should be kept for ceremonies, but we want to stay healthy as a people. So with that, I'd just like to leave with you. A in none, knock, B in hen. Thank you very much. Eat your hats.
Remember who you are.
My ancestors didn't survive and overcome numerous hardships while holding on to our traditions.
For me to die of lung cancer caused from commercial tobacco.
We need to protect our health, our culture,
our children, and ourselves.
The time is now to honor our traditions
and honor our ancestors' sacrifices.
Remember who you are.
If you want to quit, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Brought to you by the Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services and the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act.
Remember who you are.
My family didn't fight for our traditions and religious freedom.
For me to die of lung cancer from commercial tobacco.
We need to protect our health,
our culture, and ourselves.
The time is now to honor our traditions
and honor our ancestors' sacrifices.
Remember who you are.
If you want to quit, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Brought to you by the Montana Department of Public Health and Human Services and the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act.
For generations, our people have lived in harmony with the land, fighting exploitation to preserve our history.
Corporate tobacco threatens our future. The chemicals in secondhand smoke are dangerous and deadly.
To protect our culture, we need to protect our children from secondhand smoke.
Amskapi pikani pukats. Minotsitsi, gestum, basukapi.
If you want to quit tobacco, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Brought to you by Montana DPHHS and the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act.
Oki Nastuna Danagu, Gisikumaki. Hello, my name is Thunder Woman. Tiffany Sinclair, your 2010 Miss Indian Rodeo. Our future lies in the hopes and dreams of our children. It is our responsibility to protect them from addiction and exploitation. But corporate tobacco threatens their well-being. Our health is sacred. Protect the next generation from secondhand smoke. If you want to quit, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Brought to you by Montana DPHHS and the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act.
Menchaus ta estina upnal taken swanten quenquaus ne putin quenum sem.
My family didn't survive and overcome hardships.
For me to die from commercial tobacco.
Our health is much better off when we do not smoke.
We need to protect our health,
our culture, our children, and ourselves.
The time is now to honor our ancestors' sacrifices.
Remember who you are.
If you want to quit tobacco, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Brought to you by the Department of Public Health and Human Services and the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act.
Our families didn't survive and overcome numerous hardships
so that I would die from commercial tobacco. We are the next generation.
We need to protect our health, our culture, and ourselves.
The time is now to honor our heritage
and honor our ancestors' sacrifices. Remember who you are.
If you want to quit tobacco, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Brought to you by the Department of Public Health and Human Services and the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act.
We hope that you all discover something that you can take home with you, remembering our culture, our knowledge, our suffering, and our heritage.